Hey, you guys, how are you? Good afternoon. This is Night School with Latanya Washington, your host, along with my special guest, Mr. Evan Jefferson, the founder of ERGJ Enterprises. He's author of the Black Billionaires Club, and I'm excited to have him on this show on this afternoon. We're talking about Black economics, and it is something that we need to discuss. Me and him just had an amazing conversation a few minutes ago, but we are going to talk about this today. Evan, good afternoon. How are you? Well, good evening there in Decatur, Georgia.
Decatur, where's greater, man? Absolutely. I'm doing absolutely phenomenal, man. Just did a little sharing out so we get a little live audience here. Thanks so much for having me tonight in night school. Oh, we're going to learn today.
They're going to learn today, right? You know what? I always love talking to you. You guys, we literally were having a conversation just a few minutes prior to jumping on. And so I'm excited because this is a conversation that has been going on for years upon years upon years, especially with Evan, but it's something that has to consistently be talked about because we have another generation that's coming up that a lot of them do not understand what economics is all about. And so I wanted us to talk about it on tonight. And so we're going to get started because, we could talk about this for 2 hours, but we don't have 2 hours to talk about it. But we can always bring the discussion back up. So first of all, Evan, tell me a little bit about what's happening in your world right now, because you are a business and a major business owner, not just in Georgia, but around the world. Talk about it.
Absolutely. Well, a little bit about myself. ERGJ is the brand. You can Google it and all that good stuff. I run 2 different businesses, a service business, ERGJ Enterprises, where I am a certified financial educator. I predominantly teach about investing, how to make your money work harder for you than you work for it. And then I'm also a small business consultant to help with sales and marketing. That's really, what my bread and butter is. And then I actually have a retail business. It's called ERGJ Black Bazaar. We're rebranding now to the Black Bazaar. And that's the Afrocentric marketplace. So we specialize in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, and also Black art inspired gifts. And we're expanding that virtually. We have a virtual franchises, virtual sales force. And it's all about being 2020, not 2020, but 2030 ready.
Right.
So I always encourage people to think way ahead for how business will be 10 years from now, not how it was 10 years ago. And and I'm also an international best-selling author of a book called The Black Billionaires Club. I'm working on version 2. I wrote it back in 2017, I believe. So 5,000 copies, with no Amazon. Still not on Amazon. Still won't be on Amazon. Because Amazon can't get 60% of my profit. No, man.
I know.
I do it on my own.
Oh, yeah, they taking that money. They're going to take that money for sure.
That's about me. And that's what's going on in my world lately. We got an investment club. I run a club. We have an investment club. We got over 30 members that's pooled over $10,000 and we're investing together. And then I have a little political itch and a little real estate itch going on right now. So we'll see what I got time for.
Busy man. I'm excited that you are here with me this afternoon because you stay busy and you never get ready. You are already ready. And so let's jump into this conversation on tonight because we're talking about Black economics. And so I wanted to bring it up and I wanted Evan to be the one to talk about it because he is so passionate in regards to it, especially with helping us as Blacks, or, whether you call yourself Black, whatever you call yourself, African American, whoever you call yourself, he's passionate about it, and I wanted to talk to him in regards to it. And so let's go here. So Evan, first and foremost, let's talk about our reality when it comes to economics in our community. Where are we right now?
Well, our reality is
Come on, Bill.
so our reality is this. It's the reality is that we are lacking very much so in understanding economics itself. And so if we look at just the society we live in, which is a capitalistic society, generally speaking, we misuse the capital that comes into our hand. And for the most part, I mean, we hear the numbers, and they can be skewed or they could be dissected. But when you hear about spending power, there's really no power at all. If we take that same amount of money, we then build together, whatever the case may be, then we can actually own something. And Dr. Claude Anderson said, he said, man, back at Black Wall Street 100 years ago, matter of fact, we're coming up on a 100-year anniversary for Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We own about 0.1% of the wealth in this land, in this country, and it has not gotten better in 100 years. And so I attribute that to a lack of advancement in education as it relates to money, finance, ownership, things like that. And then other people may talk about integration and stuff as well. But the bottom line is we don't really own much, but we use a lot.
Yeah.
But we don't own much, but we can actually change that. That can be changed by a change in philosophy. Instead of, I say it like this, especially in today's age when we have so much connectivity and access. I'll follow you, LaTanya, and I'll know that you are in business or know what you do, but I'll still spend my money somewhere else. And so we don't put our money where our mouth is. And so now I hope that our reality now maybe is that with the latest travesty, because people change for one or two reasons, either inspiration or desperation. I think we're desperate enough now. And now we have the big Buy Black movement going on again. And we got the Go Bank Black movement going on again. All this stuff that's going on from what's happened in the world with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, that now it seems like this might be the spark. Why we might stay committed to it. I don't know. We'll see, because a lot of things happen when a lot of things go back to normal when the adrenaline rush is gone.
Yeah, right.
When the adrenaline rush is gone, it's like, oh, yeah, we accomplished something. Let's go back to doing what we were doing, and so we'll see. But a lot of dynamics to economics. But the main thing is to understand we're in a capitalistic society, and the main word is capital. And those who have capital have power. The rich rule over the poor. All the stuff that many of us have learned going through the Bible and in church and stuff like that. If you attend any of that, the rich rule over the poor. And who's the lowest economic class in America? The people that built it off our backs. We are.
That's good. That's good right there. You know what? That's a good thought right there, because as you said, we built it. The other day I was just watching the movie The Help, and I just watched it because it of course I'd seen it before, and I watched it again. I'm like, oh my God, look at all the stuff that we did, from the maids to raking the lawns, all of this stuff, just like we were nothing and working for pennies, just working for change. And it just brought back things in my mind, like, this is crazy. This is just how it is and how people see us. And so as you were talking about it as well, and I told you previously, I was watching a video in regards to a young lady that was on Trevor Noah's platform, and she was talking about the different rioting and the different lootings and the unrest that so many millennials and people were doing in the streets. And I told you I wanted to bring this up, and I wanted to get your opinion in regards to the looting within the community. Give me your thoughts in regards to that, as to whether you think it's okay to loot within our community. I already know what you're going to say, but talk about it. Talk about the riots and the looting within the community.
All right, let me go to something you said. You said how people see us, and to me that's not really important. I think what's most important is how we see ourselves. So if we see ourselves as the help, then that's just how we see ourselves. So how do we see ourselves? But as it relates to your question, the looting and the rioting, is it okay? I don't think it's okay. I do not condone it, nor do I respect it. I understand it, but I do not condone it nor respect it. And when it comes to economics, when I look at this, and when I look at the dynamics, I say, well, who are the people that are out there actually, looting? It wasn't the well-off black folk. That's what I do. It wasn't they weren't out there because why? Because they got too much to lose.
Right.
It was the people who have nothing to lose or feel like they have nothing to lose that would would go that route. And I also understand it only takes one. And many of us, instead of us being leaders or leaders of self, we're followers. So one person does, everybody start doing.
Right.
So but it takes the better person. It takes the one that oh man, I got family, I got kids, I got I got a future, whatever the case may be. Where they say, well, that's just not what I'm going to participate in. I mean, y'all go out there and do stupid stuff all y'all want. I mean, I came out here to just let my voice be heard and they'll be so. But it's just like any state or community. When you have the north side of town that is well off, that's built something, that has something to lose, and the south side of town that's been built for them and handouts and charity, when you feel like you don't have anything to lose,
right?
I mean, something pop off, you're ready to pop off, and so we just see there is a dynamic that has to do with economic stability.
Right.
There's a relief of stress and a relief of anxiety and a relief of so many different things that deal with our mental health when your money ain't looking funny no more. But here's the interesting thing, LaTanya, is we talk about pennies and not making a whole lot. I did not become a financial hero when I was making a lot of money.
Right.
I was a financial hero when I was broke and I got tired of being broke.
Yeah.
And I decided I was going to do something about it myself. And just like we can do something about anything else that we decide to do something about, just like protesting or whatever, we can do something about that as well. We absolutely can. We don't have to wait for some government program, again, to be dependent upon something else to say, you know what, let's put the people that are smart about money in front of our kids to teach them what they know. That's true. The same way we can teach them baseball and basketball and football. They didn't know that before they learned. Same thing we can do if we decided. It's a decision. If we, you know what, let's learn about how to manage money. Now, here's the thing, LaTanya, that word management, again, going back to the good book, which many of us respect. Yeah. That's what it was all about. Giving dominion over your land, whatever it is, and being a good steward over what you've been given. And if I were to ask our people, have we been good stewards over what has come into our hand? Because many of us have handled over 100,000, 200,000, maybe even $1 million that have come through our hand in our lifetime. How we been managers of it, though. So here's the deal: it's much easier to point blame than to say, "Let me look in the mirror and see what I'm gonna do to control what I can control."
Wow, that's good. That's good. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for sharing that information, because like you said, it's a mindset in the way we do, and we're supposed to be stewards over, and we're supposed to be able to manage what it is that we have. So let me ask you this question. How do people get out of the financial havoc? Because we were just talking about this before. Minimum wage in a lot of the cities and a lot of the states, people can't live off of that. Do you think it's because of the education, the lack of learning entrepreneurship? Give me your insight in regards to that. I'm gonna let you have that floor on that one.
I mean, again, this is a lot of dynamics, right? So if we look at, okay, I'm in Georgia, right? And I just looked this up, right? Minimum wage $5.15. No. Can somebody live off that? No. Is it meant for someone to really live off of? No. What is minimum wage really for? It's for that first job. It's for, you know what I'm saying, that you just getting started and you build from there. That's why they call it a corporate ladder. You build from there. But here are some dynamics that in a reality that we face. We face these decisions that we make. What we got? We got single households, multiple children, right? That play a role in the dynamic of economics, because all of them got to be fed.
That's right.
Then we have in conjunction with that, we have not just the lack of education, because when I say education, I'm not just talking about some 4-year college degree that comes with debt most of the time.
Yep.
We're just talking about stuff that you would learn on your own that can actually increase your income. And so understanding these, it's simple. I mean, when I teach financial literacy, Ms. LaTanya, it's about 4 principles. That's it. It's really not a whole, like, got to be, 5-year course. It's
Right.
really simple. You spend less than you earn, so you use your discretionary income to learn how to multiply it, and you rinse and repeat. That's really about it.
And repeat and repeat.
But getting to a place where you can spend less than you earn, which means that sometimes you just can't afford what you want all the time. And that's a hard decision for people to make because, hey, I've been working so hard. I hardly ever do anything for myself. Now I finally want to get there. But at the same time, let's not fool ourselves and think that just because people are making a whole lot of money, they're in a lot better situation. They may live a little bit better, but they're one financial disaster away from being homeless too. So it's an illusion that really takes place. And we look at the bottom of, not I'm gonna say the bottom of the bottom, but I'm talking about economics. We look at those that are not making a lot, and that are dependent upon some program, whether it be welfare, charity, nonprofits, things like that. And we need that in society.
Right.
These were never meant to be permanent.
Right.
For an individual. They were supposed to, hey, this is a stopgap for you. We want to help you get back on your feet so you can be a well-to-do citizen in society and go learn capitalism because we're in a capitalistic society.
That's real talk. That's real talk. And so I wanted to talk to you in regards to, so how do people, now I want you to help the people out there because a lot of people are living above their means. And so therefore they're not able to stack money. And we're talking about Black economics, you guys. We don't care about anybody else. We're talking about us. And so a lot of times people are not able to stack their money. They don't know when it comes to, as you said previously, being able to manage and being able to be good stewards over it. Now, I know too, you are big on investments. You are big on all of those things. And there is a lot that we need to learn in regards to it all. And so when it comes to, let's go to the aspect of savings. What should people be doing in order to save and in order to stack their money? Let's go there. And then I want to talk about investments.
Well, when it comes to saving, so let's say, with everything, I just wanted your audience to know with everything it comes down, you got to get your mind right before you can get your money right. And I will recommend a book that I've been recommending for over 10 years. It's one of the best financial books I ever read. It's very easy to read. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. And I just based everything off of that. What does he say? He say, hey, man, pay yourself first no matter what. 10% of everything you make is yours to keep. Pay yourself first. That's the first step. To discipline it's called disciplining myself to pay myself first. Regardless, here's the thing, I speak it because I did it, right? I'm not speaking it just because I read it out of a book. I speak it because I applied it to my life and it helped me get to where I am today. So when I was broke, busted, and disgusted, when I was 25 years old, and I've realized I didn't have $500 in my savings account, I said something is wrong. So one of the first steps we have to identify is to say if we're in that position, that something is wrong. It's called admit. Admit that you messed up.
It's okay. It's okay to admit it.
Admit, you know what? I ain't balling. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't when I really look in the mirror, but beyond what I showcase to the world, beyond Instagram, beyond Facebook, I messed up.
I done messed up on many other occasions, Evan. Hello.
Right?
Not.
So first you gotta admit where you are. And this is one of the caveats when it comes to some of the things that we do. We name it and claim it but not from a place of honesty.
Right.
Honestly, I'm broke.
Yeah.
That's not where I'm staying, but that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you come from a place of honesty, you say, okay, now that I realize that something's wrong, now I start doing what? I start looking for solutions. I start looking for a way to fix this problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not for somebody else to fix it for me, but I start looking for ways to fix this problem.
Yeah.
And so then you might read a little book. Say, well, okay, that sounds wise. That sounds smart, right? So 10%, you put yourself on a budget and you say, okay, I'm going to work out the rest of these bills, whether they over bills. Because again, how did the bills get there? The bills got there because I made a decision to get whatever I got, whether it be the couch that I couldn't afford, whether it be the education I couldn't afford, whatever. Right. There's nothing wrong with getting the education. Don't get me wrong. But that comes with a plan as well, planning in advance. But we ain't going to go to the plan just yet. I got to get to the mindset.
Okay.
Right? So you pay yourself first. Right? You make sure you live on less than you earn. If you never learn to live on less than you earn, you'll always be broke.
You're going to always be broke. I hope y'all hear that. Period.
Now, please don't get me on this whole credit is power. No, credit is powerful to the people that know how to use it, not to the people that abuse it. If you never learn how, and that's from a business standpoint, not from a personal standpoint. We got it's a lot of financial literacy here. But if you never learn how to spend less than you earn, you will always be broke.
You will always be broke. Real talk.
That's the very first principle in financial education and financial literacy. The very first step to fixing the money problem.
Yeah. That's it. That's it.
I got more. I got plenty. Hey,
you will always be broke if you are consistently spending out. And it's real. You'll never have. You will never have. And
now,
it gets
let me help you though. I'm sorry. I want to give them something tangible because I'm not a person that just talks. I'm a person that walks. So right now, the people that we're leading, we are now on a journey together.
Yeah.
We're on a 52-week savings challenge, and I'm challenging everybody to do it. And so we basically just say, you know what? Here's a little container, right? That's my straight out of money container. Which means
I love it. I need that. You selling those?
If it ain't nothing in here, something wrong. I mean, I'm straight out of money, right? So on Wednesdays, because Wednesday was the first of the month, every week we put our money, the number according to the week in the container. And this is 23. So we put $23 into the container and we just let it sit, whatever, right? That's saving.
Yeah.
Right? By the end of the year, we should have close to $1,500 saved for those that just go through the journey. You started with $1, end with 52, should have close to $1,500. That right there, $1,500, that's a good number. Mm-hmm. Right? That takes care of the Murphy Law College, fending off Murphy, the busted tire, the AC went out, all the Murphy stuff. Yeah, now you're not like, man, nothing, because when it rains, it pours. But here's the thing, it rains and pours in both directions. When it's blessings, oh my goodness, you like, look at what God has done. But the same thing happens on the negative side. But when you have protection, financial protection, I want you guys to understand this, man. You save money today, and later, your money just might save you.
That's real.
If you save some money today, later, your money just might save you.
And that's easy. Like you said, you're on with the 52-week challenge.
Yeah.
So basically, that's not a lot of money. When we think about it, that's not a lot of money you're putting into your jar. Put that thing up again. You selling those straight out of money. Now, see, I'm loving that right there. I'm loving that right there. Okay, I need that.
The thing, it's not that it's difficult to do. It's not that it's difficult to do, but it can be challenging if you're trying to do it by yourself. So we're doing it together. It's not that, if it was just me and there wasn't nobody gonna hold me accountable, I might just slack off. I ain't gonna do it this week. Ain't nobody watching. You know what I'm saying? I need these little $20 to go take and go have some fun.
Go get something to eat.
But because we're all watching each other, guess what's gonna happen? I'll show up next week. They're like, did you do this week 24? Did we get it complete? So many times we have to understand again, this is still part of group economics.
Right.
If you could do it by yourself, it'd already be done. So stop trying to do it by yourself. If this is in your area, hey, I do something free every day about money and power. Just watch, tune in. Hey, you ain't by yourself. But if you could do it by yourself, it would already be done. Stop trying to do the stuff by yourself that you have a hard time doing. Right.
So basically, find some folk that's gonna keep you accountable. And making sure you elevate to the next level, because at the end of the day, if without money you are sad, you sad. I mean, money makes folk happy. I mean, real talk, it makes you feel good. Now, me personally, having money saved makes me feel good and makes me feel like if something happens, I have the money and I have the resources available to do what needs to get done. And one thing for me, Evan, when I save, it makes me want to even save more. But see, it's the mindset of it all. Understanding that there's another outcome. And then for me too, it's knowing, okay, I need something to do. I want to have something done in a year from now. And so it just consistently makes me do what I need to do. But for you guys that know, if you know, and most folks need an accountability partner. And that's real talk. And that's for real. So now I want to talk about investments and investing. I know some people have 401k plans. Some people do not have 401k plan. That ain't nothing. You can lose that at any time. So I want to talk a little bit in regards to investments and how people can actually get into it. I know you have a program and you have things that you talk about, but talk about investments for a minute and what is it and how can people start to get into that market?
So investing. So investing is the basically a breakdown of the word invest is you're taking some of your money, you're putting it into something with the expectation of a return or the expectation that it'll bring back more money, right? So I call my money Bebe's kids. It doesn't die, it multiplies. So this is the concept of multiplying your money, right? Without you necessarily having to go work for it, because when you go work for it, that's active money. That means that you can only make money when you clock in somewhere, when you do something actively and you get paid for it. This is money that makes money on top of money.
Yeah.
So this is how the rich keep getting richer because they understand investing. And so there are different vehicles that people can choose to invest in. Where the first investment, the best investment you can ever make is in yourself.
Yeah,
because you can increase in value. This is all about increasing in value.
Explain that. Explain that a little bit more. How you invest in yourself.
Right. So investing in yourself. Investing in yourself is acquiring a new skill. Investing in yourself is expanding your mind, reading something new, learning something new. Investing in yourself is taking a seminar, going to the workshop. Investing in yourself is showing up here and engaging. Investing in yourself so that you can learn what you don't know. And I want you guys to understand that what you don't know about money is actually what's hurting you, not what you do know. Wow. It's what you don't know.
Wow.
What you don't know about money is actually what's hurting us. That's why financial education is such a real topic, but it's a boring topic. So many of us don't go to the stuff that's boring because it's also something you have to choose. Financial education is a personal decision. That's what it is. It's a personal decision, and somebody in the house has got to decide. You know what? We're gonna learn what we don't know about money.
Right.
Got to start the process.
Right.
So after you invest in yourself and you become more valuable. Then when I say more valuable, not you as a human being, I mean, when I'm talking about more valuable in the marketplace, where you can actually command and demand more money. That's why I said when we talk about minimum wage, it tells me, have we really invested in ourselves to make sure that we're not doing the minimum? Because most of the time when you go to a job, you're doing just enough so you won't get fired. They pay you just enough so that you won't quit. Let's just be honest.
That's real talk.
When you start participating at the job and you become an asset to them. They say, well, hey, we can't let this one go. We got to make sure that we keep them. But that's investing in yourself. Then you get into investing. Another place you can invest is actually in entrepreneurship or business. That's one of the brings back some great returns or some great margins. Where you may decide that you want to go into your passion area or you want to bring some type of value to the community in some product or service that you sell or some knowledge that you teach. There are three ways that you can make money. And I teach this all the time because you can only reduce your expenses so much, but you can increase your income unlimited. Everybody put it down on unlimited. Unlimited.
Unlimited.
The more you want to do, the more that you can make. It doesn't stop. Right? I'm a man that has over 17 streams of income and I can keep going, but I can't manage all. I can't
17.
I'm not playing, honey.
Yo, you ain't playing. No, you ain't playing.
So you can invest in business if you decide to do that. For some that say, hey, I don't really, I ain't trying to do everything that my job did because I got to do that. I got started on my own, or you don't have a team. You can invest in other people's businesses.
That's true.
Where we get into the stock market, right? So when we talk about the looting of Target, if I was an investor in Target, that'd make me pretty mad.
That's true. Now that's true.
But also, if I was an investor in Target, I would say, well, I own some of Target, so I want my Targets to be doing just fine.
Right.
If you think about it, we'll say, hey, because you brought up the point, they say, hey, we don't own none of this stuff. Well, the reason why we don't own it because we ain't invested in it.
You ain't invested in it.
Still, there's a Home Depot just about in every one of our communities. We could choose to invest in it if we want to, and we can feel proud about going to Home Depot or Walmart or wherever it is.
Right. That's real. We
have our own businesses that are publicly traded that we can invest in together, and we can do that as well. Real estate is a place that many people know that you can invest in. You can invest in real estate, help to raise the viability of the community, help to keep your community clean and beautiful and all that stuff. Here in Atlanta, I just heard about a story. A guy, he was investing in the East 4th Ward or something like that. He started investing in it. The homes were worth $100,000. Now they're worth over $800,000 3 years later. So, but we have to get there. But
you got to get there, right?
How do we get there? Well, we get there first by learning how to save.
Yeah.
Because you don't save just for a rainy day. You save for an opportunity to invest your capital so that you can actually make it work for you.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the ways that I'm teaching, I focus on stock market because I believe it's one of the easiest places for people that they don't have to go and look at properties and all this stuff. Either way, it's whatever you want to do. Here's what I would say: whatever you decide to do, if you decide to do anything, study it, research it, and master it.
Right.
I'm not. You know why I'm not in real estate? Because I'm still mastering the stock market. I don't need it necessarily. I mean, I would like to get started in my real estate portfolio, but right now I'm doing just fine where I'm at, and I stay in my
stock market.
I'm staying when I want to expand. I'm not trying to see. Some people are trying to be in 15 different things at the same time. No, just
master one. Right.
So, and I mean, but there's so many different ways to make money, man. Like even on your YouTube channel right now, you can monetize that. I'm monetizing Facebook.
You really can.
Right. But I am teaching. One of the easiest places I'm teaching people how to invest is through Cash App. We all pretty much use Cash App, and they now Cash App has a brokerage firm, and now they have an investing platform through Cash App, similar to Robinhood. And so it's just like, well, I'm already using Cash App anyway. Let me learn this. They got little tutorials on there. I mean, it's I would say, and I don't even know all the other platforms, but Cash App is really doing a good job with giving people access. And here's the thing. You can invest as little as $1. The times where I learned investing to where we are now, they got fractional shares. I'm like, I gotta give different advice because before, you have to save up to get that, to get enough to buy one whole share.
And that's real talk. That's real talk.
That thing up. And another thing, the commissions are gone. They're not charging people. When I got started, I had to pay $7 a trade in and out. Now it's free. Because it's so much competition. So, and these are things that I teach. I mean, and I'm pretty sure other people teach them. And it's these things we can learn. But at first, we got to start by getting to a place where we got a little bit extra money, whether that be that tax check that came back or whatever. And then we say, I'm going to do something smart with my money because I did plenty of stupid stuff with my money. We'll all be honest. I mean, I done had a ball doing stupid stuff. Okay. But now I have fun earning.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, it is fun. I mean, when you start, when somebody hit me up today at the time, she said, wait a minute, I just made $100 and I didn't do nothing. I said, yeah, that's called passive income. That's how the rich keep getting richer.
That's real.
But that's the thing. I like you said that it's real.
Mm-hmm.
It's real. But if we don't see it, nobody ever talk to us about it.
Right.
It will never become real. It'll never be something that we can believe that you mean yes, it's real.
In your sleep. As you always say, I'm making money in my sleep.
Yeah, that's my mentor said. Warren Buffett said, if you don't learn how to make money while you sleep, you'll always be working for it.
Yeah, you'll always be working for it.
The principle of retirement and 401k and all that stuff is to basically build up your portfolio, build up your capital to a point where you become a lender and not a borrower, and you live off the interest. That's the whole point of retirement. So it's not an age, it's a number. It's not an age, it is a number.
Wow, that's deep right there. And I'm glad you brought that up. I never knew about Cash App. I know my son had told me about Robinhood like 3 years ago. Yeah. And he was telling me about the stuff that he has already invested in. He's about to buy some property up in Northern California. And it ain't cheap in California. I thought Southern California was bad. It's worse in Northern California, but it's things out there and there are resources. I didn't know about Cash App, and that's something that I wanted to learn. I need to learn about because that's what we're using now, and everything's going digital. Forget the currency; that's about to go out, and that's why I was asking you in regards to Bitcoin and as well, because now we're going into a digital system, and those are things that we need to learn about. And so at the end of the day, what would you say in regards to, now I'm still talking about investments and learning all of this stuff. So people need to have money saved, a little bit saved in order to invest. Or you said there are some, now it's become fractional. People can buy some things for like $1, $5, $10. Where can people find the resources and know where to go, what direction to go in?
when you say what direction to go, so I mean, so as far as investing is concerned, I mean, there's a lot of resources that are out there available. As I said, even just going, if you go to Cash App, they have little tutorials that you can take to kind of get you started. But obviously, you want your education. You want to always be learning. You know, I found someone that I could follow called Mr. Warren Buffett, the fourth richest man in the world, the greatest investor of our time. I said, well, if he the best, I'm gonna study the best, and that's just what I did. Everything that he said, I said, oh, you gonna hear me say. I just said he gonna be my virtual teacher, and then I just engulfed in it. They have stuff like investing for dummies and all that stuff, man. You know, I teach it. I mean, it's you know, find you a teacher. You know, find you a teacher. Now we got teacher is so important. This is not just the coach. This is not just the mentor. A teacher. Now, in order to find you a good teacher, you got to be willing to be a good student. Because when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
That's right.
So many of us haven't, you know, we haven't gotten to a space where we are aware of this, and so we haven't been looking for a teacher of money.
That's real.
A teacher of money, not math, money.
Everybody's looking for marketing, all this other stuff, and you ain't paying attention to the foundation. Go on. That's another story.
But it's really, I got an unorthodox philosophy. Now, the orthodox philosophy says, hey, you know, get you some money, save it up, you know what I'm saying, then invest what you can and go from there. I'm sorry, I think that's great. But I understand that money is not just logical, it is actually emotional. So let me ask you this with Ms. Mike. How do you think my student felt when she saw that she made $100 in one day?
Man, she was happy. She was happy. And not only was she happy, she said, I can do this again.
You see what I'm saying? So once you get to a space where you get a win, now you really start to believe. And guess what that does? That pushes you to say, okay, we're gonna cut out the coffee for a little while. I mean, because now it becomes real to you.
Exactly.
Right? So even if you were to take $5 and double it, wait a second, it's $10 now. It begins to help you say, okay, well, now that I know that it's real, what do I need to adjust in my life in order to further this feeling that I have? Because being broke don't feel good.
No, it does not.
But getting out of debt feels good.
Yes.
So for me, my path was I started investing before I had money. Because I was like, I'm already doing stupid stuff with money anyway. I'm gonna say this $20, I'm gonna do something stupid with it anyway. So I'm gonna try to do something smart with it. I'm just saying, my habits were bad.
You're right. Because we'll eat that up. We'll eat $50 up in a minute.
Right? My habits were bad. So the logical way works for the logical people, but most people aren't in a bad financial position because of logic. They're in a bad financial position because their eyes were bigger than their wallet.
Right.
That's what I've come to understand as I've been teaching about money for over a decade.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, we have to learn to make the sacrifice, and it's a mindset, and some things you have to just sacrifice and say, okay, I need to forego that. I need to stop eating out so much. I need to be able to allow my money to work for me. And that's the only way that we will be able to get ahead of the game and stop losing so much and get out of the state of survival and get into the state of thriving.
Yeah. So that again, that's mindset, right? So for you to be thinking about what I need to stop doing, that's one thing. But for me to think about what I need to start doing is another.
Yeah.
And so I tell people this. I shared this story when I left my job because I really wanted to quit. Went back when I was employed. And I share this story with people all the time. Quitting was easy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To try to run from something that you hate is pretty easy. Right. What really sets the difference is you running towards something that you love. If you think about what I need to stop, that could even be limiting itself. But if you start things I need to start, like in other words, not obviously there's discipline involved. At the end of the day, what do you want? Right. So 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what do you want your life to look like? What do you want your life to be like? Because if you envision that, then this discipline stuff becomes easy because I really, really want that. Right. My question to your audience, how bad do you want it?
How bad do you want it? Okay.
How bad do you want it? See, I wanted it bad enough. I wanted it bad. I wanted to be financially free bad enough that in the beginning I was working the double overtime, triple overtime, and stuff like that to get, you know what I'm saying, to breathe.
Yeah, just to breathe.
I wanted.
Yeah, that's real talk. That's real talk. Okay, okay. And how bad? So basically, it boils down to how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to be financially free and thrive in a life? How bad do you want it to the point where you're like, I just want to go take a vacation at the drop of a hat? I mean, real talk. And that's what we have to begin to think. So basically, what you're saying, change our language as well. Stop saying, oh, I need to stop spending so much money. I need to stop eating so much, but I need to start saving, or I need to start investing. So we need to change the language. Is that what you're saying as well? The way we say.
When you see this straight out of money thing, this was a starting something.
Right.
This was me starting something. This was me moving my money from the stupid place to the smart place.
Yeah,
About what are some smart things I can do with my money? What are some smart things? What are some smart things that I can begin to establish, or a new habit that I can establish? Because you don't kill habits, you just change. They go from one habit to another habit. It's going to be a new habit, but if it's going to be a new habit, make it a good habit.
Make it a good habit. Okay, we're gonna make it a good habit. Okay, we can go on forever. And I know you got another show that you have to do. So give us your final words, Evan, and then let people know the classes that you have and the other things that you may have, your website, your number, all of those informations for people who may want to get in touch with you to learn more when it comes to economics.
Yeah, I think I made it very easy to find me at this point. My main platform is Facebook. That's where we do, because Facebook allows you to do videos and stuff like that. So every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have motivation. Right, it's changing the way that we think. Right, that's reading through the Bible. Right now, we're reading Daily Motivation for African American Success by Mr. Dennis P. Kimbrough. And that's readers. Right, I wrote a book called The Black Billionaires Club. And 3 things that those billionaires do that they say they've done to be successful. Number 1, they read. So we got a book club. Number 2, they build business, right? Generational wealth is built through business. And number 3, they invest. And so all 3 of those things we do in my club, which would be, we have a book club, we have business development, and we also have an investment club, which I mentioned to you. But that stuff that, but the free stuff, because people start free because you got to taste and see that that ERGJ is good.
Right.
Oh, you got to go 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Daily Motivation. Right after that, and I got to bring you on this show. I know it's early for you. We have the Money and Power Show every Monday through Friday. Money and Power Show. I talk about money and power. That would be economics and politics. We just had a politician on today, and he did. Man, we had a whole bunch of pineapple moments, a whole bunch of moments where we learned something new. And so I do that, and it's funny. I've been doing that for at least 3 years.
Yeah.
Now I see why, for such a time as this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's already established and people are hungry for the knowledge to help them get to where they are, and I already have something they're going. So that's something that's free. People can join in, they can go back and watch old videos and all that stuff. If you want to get really in depth, you want accountability. You're saying, I want to walk away from the crowd of broke, busted, and disgusted. I want to get around people that are moving, grooving, and shaking and baking and making stuff happen. Well, I do have that book became a club. It's called the Black Billionaires Club. Okay. We do the things that Black billionaires who are still alive today do. Why? So we can have similar results in our life. It's really just that simple. And so if you want to connect with people, not just myself, that are walking the walk, not just talking, because there's a whole bunch of groups that do a lot of talking. Too much action going on. Then you can choose to go there. That'd be simply go to the website, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. It's only $25 a month. Why? Because I want to make sure that people have no excuse other than they simply did not want to.
Right. And that's it. That's it. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So someone has a question. Coming from James, they said, in your opinion, is distributed ledger technology and blockchain technology a viable area of investment? Are you familiar with those?
So when you say, that's a complex question, because when you say, a viable area of investment, it sounds like you're probably talking about some type of private investing. Are you looking to build out something on these platforms? I guess the companies or that are into this, they're looking to use these platforms or something. Is it viable? Yes. But I would say you really want to look at the usability of it. like like what is this technology going to ultimately be used for the company that's actually using it or creating it or something on it, right? There's going to be it's a technology that something is built on. So what's being built on it, and what is it going to be used for? And can you see the that let's just say that that outlook or that synopsis, can you see that being viable as useful to society? If it's useful to society, then you can say, okay, well, I can see how we would use this in the future. So I'm going to get ahead of this thing with this technology, because the technology is here to stay. But again, it comes down to who's going to be using it, or who's going to be building on top of it, and who's going to be using it for what.
That's good. Hopefully that answered your question, James. If not, you can always reach out to Evan for some more information as well, too. Okay, cool. All right. So we're going to end this because I know you have to be somewhere else teaching and guiding people through the process of being financially not only literate. And I love that. Financial literacy is a necessity. And so, Evan, thank you so much for being on our show on Night School. Okay. I think he said investing in stocks. Okay. He said, okay, thank you. Okay. But thank you so much for being here, because we're at a place, and I think we're pivoting now, we're shifting, because we see the necessity and the fact that we need to learn more in regards to economics. And the only way that we're going to make it is if we understand what we're doing, how to get to that place of where we need to be, not only as a people, as individuals, and taking our family and our communities to the next level. And so I'm excited about it. Thank you so much. You already know I'm going to be connecting because I like what you have. Can you show that one more time? Investing in your, okay, I need that.
I'll get you one. I'll get it made for you.
I need that. Okay, we will be talking, but thank you guys so much. If you guys want more information in regards to Evan, what he's doing in regards to the clubs, in regards to getting and learning more about what he's offering on a daily basis when it comes to finance and economics, definitely reach out to him, ERGJ Enterprises. And you guys know all you got to do is Google him. You'll find him. If you're really having a problem reaching out, definitely hit me up and I will send you his information. Thank you so much, Evan. Thank you, guys. You can always go back to our YouTube channel, inside our Facebook group, you guys, and watch this over again and show it to your young people, show it to your kids, your nieces, your nephews, because it is so necessary. Once again, thank you guys for being here on Night